And it doesn't matter what family you come from, getting children to do pretty much anything can often be a struggle for parents. But when it comes to saying their prayers, well, resistance can be even higher. Amir Davies Rana went to meet a man with a modern solution to an age-old issue.
Prayer is part of almost every faith around the world and is practiced in many forms, both in private and in public. Performing Salah, or praying, is the second of the 5 pillars of Islam. There are 35 steps involved, and it is compulsory to carry them out 5 times a day. Learning how to pray as a Muslim has been handed down generations after generations. But as people's lives become busier, finding the time to teach prayer is increasingly difficult. But one man here in Newport, Wales, has come up with a solution. Kamal, assalamu alaikum. Product designer Kamal has created an interactive prayer mat to make it easier for young people to learn the correct words and actions involved in daily prayers.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wudu is the way we clean ourselves before praying.
It takes the children for a journey through prayer. So it starts with wudu, which is ablution, qibla, which is facing the direction of prayer, making intention, saying I'm standing here to pray, and then takbir, which is the first time you put your hands up, and then it's got all the recitations that you would need, and it's got all the different positions that you would need for the prayers.
Kamal's children are not only his first customers, but the inspiration behind the prayer mat's design.
My dad invented it because my brother couldn't pray properly.
One day I was praying and my son Hamza, he was only 2.5, 3 years old, and he started joining me. But I noticed at the corner of my eye that he's struggling to do one of the positions, and he was struggling to put his hands and his head and his nose together. But I thought, you know what, I want to get him something that's going to help him learn how to pray. So I got my laptop open and I started designing, you know, the interactive prayer mat.
So you were the first person to test this out. How was that for you?
It was good.
Yeah?
Because children, if there's something that's like appealing to them, they'd want to do it more and want to learn more.
So do you still use this, or are you on the big boy mat now?
Big boy.
Yeah.
It's easy because you can just repeat after. It's just perfect. You can just hold it like your briefcase and go wherever you want.
Having seen the impact the product had on children's learning, Kamal also began to realise that the mat could have benefits for grown-ups as well.
We were inundated by requests for an adult version, and when we launched it, it was the best thing. People absolutely loved it. Not just people who became new Muslim, but just Muslims who have forgotten how to pray, that want to come back to prayer.
As someone who came to Islam as an adult, I'm intrigued to see how this prayer mat works. I've come along to Kamal's local mosque to meet Wendy, who's been on a similar faith journey to me and has found the mat a great help.
It really supports you in learning about your prayer, and it goes through everything step by step. By listening to the Arabic, you can actually concentrate on the meaning of it as well. There's lights along the top which tell you each position that you should be in at the right time. When I first became Muslim, I used to have to write it on a large piece of paper and be reading off it. So yeah, it's just a really useful tool.
And so all that remains is for me to give it a go.
It's really simple. So you basically switch it on, and you can increase the volume if you want to, and then you select the prayer. So this is Fajr, which is the first prayer of the day.
Yeah.
So you stand on the prayer mat. It's telling you to raise your hands, and all of the positions are light guided. You can be in your home and practice how to pray. What do you think?
I think it's marvellous. Honestly, it's something that I would have absolutely loved to have. So yeah, look at all these actions, all of the interactiveness, and of course, the most important part is being able to recite the prayers as well. Yeah. Marvellous stuff.
My faith is the most important thing, and if this can help children learn how to pray, adults learn how to pray, for me, that's the greatest reward that I can get.
Oh, what a really lovely idea.